Yeah.
So,
Hey guys, welcome to the EXC Media Podcasts. This was a thing that was long in the making. I think that announced this thing at the end of an intruder video quite some time ago. We're finally here. So there's a couple of reasons as to why that is. Just me being busy, he's being busy with work stuff, personally internship, relationship things, which I'm going to talk about later. So, what's the future going to be like? Well, I'm kind of trying to get that one video per week kind of thing rolling again, but they're going to be less effort and just more of a chill thing for me when I have nothing to do and I'm bored or, I have time left, but we'll see how that plans out. Anyway, I'm here with Leandro. Say hi.
sadly, yeah. What? Huh?
Huh? that that perfectly encapsulates you. You're like here, but in the background.
Yes, always.
Yeah, that is a great idea. Starting a podcast with someone who's a background character.
Hey! Kinda true though. None can lie.
I mean, it is kind of like that.
It's always like that.
Come on, you said it yourself. Like back in middle school, you were a background character. No one noticed you.
I'm more of a background person. Even in fucking middle school, yeah. Some people, even if I skipped 6 hours, they were like, I thought you were here the whole day.
I remember that very specifically because I did know that you were gone. You were one of my few better friends, so of course I noticed that you were gone. But other people were like, "Wait, Leandro gone?" I think even teachers didn't even notice that day.
No, teachers they also didn't notice. I just slipped into class mid. How do you say it? Between lessons.
Yeah.
Those time that you have to walk to class, I slipped in, little breaks, I slipped in between those. And some fucking teachers didn't even notice I was gone or I joined. And I was like, oh, I can use this.
The highlights of middle school for you were breaking your arm, breaking your bag, and not having money to pay for a new one, so you walked around with a shopping bag for a while.
No, I was too lazy to buy one.
There's another one. One other highlight of your middle school days.
Yeah, nah.
The school camp thing, I think.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, fight. Literally
The
one of
fight.
the first days of school.
Oh, dude, no, the other thing. Kicking the door. Remember English class?
Oh yeah, I kicked the door, I kicked a trash can in
So this is English teacher that both me and Leandro didn't like very much for different reasons. Me, because she just hated me for being able to speak English better than her sometimes, and she would like fucking grammar Nazi me on everything that I made because my grammar wasn't as good as my speaking ability. Like my speaking ability far surpassed hers sometimes, which she didn't like very much, being bested by a student, nevertheless a student of a lower caliber in her eyes. So she was a little pissed, and I don't know what your reasons for not liking her were.
Oh, I have several.
Yes, Seb,
she was always a dick to me. Until
I mean, she was a dick to everyone, to be fair.
Yeah, but until the last year / the year that she left, she was pretty nice to me. But in the first couple of years, I just came to school. I was a half year before you came.
Yeah.
And I came into school. I always had earphones in, etc. And she was always, hey, can you pay attention, even though I didn't need it. I was like, I can. I don't want to, but I can. And then sometimes, even though I wasn't paying attention, I was doing my own stuff. She would call on me, and then I had to do something or shit. Or she was gonna say, "Hey, pay attention." I'm like, "No, why the fuck should I pay attention? I'm one of the kids that have the highest grades in English. Why the fuck should I pay attention?"
Yeah, that was the thing with me and her. That's where the whole debate started, because she didn't like me. It kind looking back after the fact, it looked very ego, like a big ego kid. I was like, yeah, I don't need to learn much. Can I do Gamebridge right off the bat? And I think I rubbed her the wrong way by saying that. So she then became, in my eyes, the biggest grammar Nazi of the school. But only for me.
I also had the other grammar Nazi that was literally the German teacher.
Yeah. I never had problems with the German teacher.
Me,
Honestly,
I
I
could
literally-
talk to her, but in German lesson I always was like, I hate this language, please don't force it on me.
Don't force it on me, asshole.
I don't want it to be like back in the day, like 1940s, Jesus Christ.
No. I mean, I chose the language because I thought, oh, fuck it, it's easy. But also, she noticed this is the relationship with her and me depicted. Like, picture this. So, I was doing a test I didn't even, like, learn for. Openly was cheating with the book out. Caught me, called it out in front of the whole class so everybody knew I cheated. And then still had the balls to give me a pass.
Yeah.
That's like her being a bro.
Yeah, because I heard it, that something like that, well, because I was at the other side of the classroom, because I was late.
Yeah.
And suddenly I heard, but you know, are you now cheating? I'm like, what? Huh? What's happening? And then she looked at you, and in my mind I was like, he probably is, but just don't care. It's fucking cute.
I mean,
who cares?
Let's be honest. The times passed. We both got our diplomas. Nothing can happen. We cheated in almost everything.
Nah, well, I didn't.
Okay, you did. But
I helped
okay,
you.
it's okay. Let me rephrase that. We didn't cheat on everything. We were just incredibly lazy. And any way we could find a loophole to not make homework or do a test in a questionable way, we found a way. So
I mean, we could even do it telepathically with history.
yeah. So there's a story. Because people suspected us of cheating on every test. We didn't cheat on every test, honestly. That was just a joke. But we kept getting the same grades in history class. And we always sat next to each other, so suspicions arose with our history teacher. And I think one time she had enough or something, or she just wanted to do a little test to see if we were actually cheating. So she set us literally across from each other.
Across the room.
Literally like 10 tables in between us to test if we were cheating. And
We got exactly the same grade.
we
But
got
we had
exact...
different answers. We had one. And she was like, how the fuck did you manage to get the same grade? And then we were just allowed to sit next to each other because she believed us.
Yeah.
And we also told her, like, we study together. That's how we get the same grades. We get the same information.
Yeah. Dude.
I'm still happy that you passed math. Without
I'm
really
incredible.
needing me last year.
Yeah, if to be honest, if I got in your class, I wouldn't have made math that year. I wouldn't. I had to fend for myself the last year. I didn't get any help from you.
Well, you
and
got
I
my
think-
book, which I made
Yeah,
notes in.
Yeah.
And you could
Hold
easily
on.
show those notes and be like, I did do the lesson. I did do the lesson. I just showed some random notes of mine that I made
Yeah, but-
a couple days prior.
Yeah. No, but I mean, if it wasn't for me being put in a different class than you, I would have definitely not made it, probably.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, the third year you also made it. Okay, yeah, I did help you with some tests, but some I also didn't because I wasn't there.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can both look back on middle school as a fun time,
I was gonna say as a joke, but yeah.
as a joke. I mean, middle school was a joke, but at least it was easy for both of us, and we could do things in our free time. Now it's just like we get home, we're fucked, and then you drink out of boredom,
Nah,
and
just to be unfucked.
yeah, just to be unfucked and relax. And that might not be a good habit, but
It's a habit of mine.
it's a habit I have, and mine is just like I get off work and then it's straight to my relationship, which I haven't listened to the Bros Before Hoes, and I'm not calling my girlfriend a hoe. Don't get me wrong, but I've definitely put her before you guys.
Ho ho, every woman is called a hoe, and every bro is called a bro.
All right,
That's how you
keep
that's
that
what we-
mindset and stay lonesome for the rest of your life.
I've had girlfriends.
Yeah, can you give me a rundown on your relationships? Because I straight up, like, can you tell me your tell me about your past relationships? Because I just don't know who you dated before I met you, or
No.
during. Because you were very, like, closeted off about that stuff.
Yeah, my first girlfriend was an Asian chick. I don't know the place anymore, how it's called. But that one ended because she kind of cheated on me, and I was like, nah, fuck this shit, don't want it. And the second one was kind of relationship, kind of not. It was just called friends with benefits. So I mean, we did have sex and we did laugh a lot, but it was not something really put together. Like it was not really a relationship. It was just as being friends plus sex. That's it.
That makes you the second person I know who did that.
Well, it was already a couple of years ago, so.
When was that?
Well,
When was the friends with benefits girl? Like which
end of middle school.
end of middle school?
It started like in the summer vacation at the end of middle school. Like we started talking and shit and just be friends. And somewhere in the next year, it started to kind of be a little bit more than that, but. She was also kind of suicidal in the beginning, and I helped her through that. And now she is living happily ever after. She has a good job now, which I helped her kind of with, and she has a boyfriend now, so it's going good with her. It's just about being bro. And now I'm not really looking since I am busy with work. I mean, I do talk to a lot of people and do talk to some girls, but I'm not really looking. If it happens, it happens. If not.
Yeah.
Focusing on work, school.
I mean, if the one I have right now, it was just complete. I wasn't looking. I wasn't. Well, I was like, I wanted one, but I wasn't going out of my way to find one. I mean, Tinder is a joke, so I don't count that as trying.
No.
So, I mean, it was literally the funniest shit because I was the person who's like, oh, I will never find a girlfriend on this VR chat bullshit and everything like that. I was like calling it cringe and stuff. You remember that? And then guess who pulled up to the crib with a fucking VR chat girlfriend? Me.
Yeah, I was like, because you were talking about the girl, and I was like, do you like her? Because the way you talk, and I was like, okay. And then I talked to that girl of yours a little bit, and I also kind of found out that she kind of liked you too. So I was like, put one and one together, you got two. Oh. And and then some other shit started too, but you got a girlfriend in the end. And I don't know what's happening now, but it takes a lot of work, even out of my side and one of her friend's side.
Yeah. Nah, but that goes more into the private stuff. I don't want to say out here, but I know she's an amazing girl. She has a lot of potential to be, uh, you know, she has a lot of potential to be the one, and I think she might be the one.
Let's hope so.
But yeah, let's hope so.
I mean, I
she's a
already
great.
got my suit.
She's got ready already, dude. I appreciate it, but yeah, I really do like her, and I don't think I'll find another one who understands me and doesn't judge me quite like her. She does. But yeah, she's been through stuff I'm not gonna say out here, and that makes things a little bit more complicated. Um, Now that we've got the internship and everything out of the way, I think we should actually move on to our first news pieces. Or do you?
Maybe we should move on and actually go to the podcast.
The
To
script.
podcast,
Yeah, the podcast. All right, let's talk Steam Deck. So the video got released a few days ago about them taking it apart and talking a little bit about the repair things that you can repair and upgrade potentially, and then told you not to do it at the same time, which to me was just them covering their ass. What do you think about that? It was a little cringy to me.
No, I mean they have to do it. I mean they do show like that you can do it, and they have a tutorial for it out, so you can do it on your own. But everyone says that don't open this, don't do that. But if you're more experienced, they say it's your own, do what you want. But just as a precaution, they say if you do break it, I mean there's stuff they can do you to help. They can help you with. And they also say it's literally your own thing. You can do whatever you want with it. But it's just more of a be careful of this. Everyone says that. It's the same with if you build computers. Some components also says don't do this. And even though we more experienced people do it anyways. If you know what I mean. Even if you buy a pre-built, it says don't open the fucking PC. But some people still upgrade that pre-built or let us do it. So I get why they do it. It has to be done, or else a lot of people would break it and be like, nice, now I can get a free upgrade. But no, they have to say it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's the same with us, because I work in IT. We also say to people for don't do this and don't touch this, because if you do, and you call IT line, so the service desk instead of us, and they're gonna try to fix it, and they fuck it up, and then we have to switch out your laptop for another one, and then we have to reset everything, which sucks, but yeah, we have to do it. If you know what I mean.
No, but the drop resistance thing, that was a little far-fetched as well. Like they said, if you open up your Switch, the drop resistance get lowered by so much percentage or something. I don't know if they named percentage, but I mean, you shouldn't drop your device in the first place. I mean, yes, you should know things like that, I guess. I mean, it's those, I don't want to get sued because I didn't say it kind of things, but I don't think you should worry about that.
Yeah, you shouldn't really worry about it. I mean, they do say because if you don't tighten it just right, yeah, okay, then I get it. The drop resistance isn't great. And yeah, if you move things around, things might not be in place like a machine does, but I still find it nice that you, for example, they got a different joystick PCBs that you could just easily replace for instead of Joy-Con drift. Because the Switch just came out, the new version with an OLED screen, and it already has Joy-Con drift, and I'm loving it. I'm like over here with a Steam Deck, and Steam Deck that can almost run anything you want.
I mean, Steam Decks are going to be prone to stick drift as well, but you're going to be able to replace that.
Yeah, and I already have an iFixit kit, so I can easily open yours, open mine, and we can easily fix those shit.
Yeah, no, that's truly amazing. So the funny thing is, the version that I have, I've looked at it and looked at the thing. So it says you have NVMe as something I don't know. You got the most expensive versions, right?
Yeah.
Let me pull up the site
I
real
got
quick.
12 gigabytes, but the problem is we both have the same kind of module. It's the same length and width. Only mine has NVMe speeds. If you know what I mean. Yours is more
Yeah.
SATA speeds, but what also is, it doesn't really matter because the Steam Deck is optimized so well. That's why you can also put a micro SD in it, and you don't even notice the performance difference.
Yeah, no. So mine has eMMC storage. Yours
Yeah.
has what was it called? NVMe, NVMe, yeah, SSD.
NVMe.
So the funny thing is, I looked up eMMC M.2, and there are literally some of these modules, by the way. They're literally a M.2 board with like a small, you know those micro SD things?
Mm-hmm.
They're like in there, like at the back, slotted in. I don't think that's the case for the Steam Deck. We'll open it up and show you if that's the case, but
You don't want to open it
if
up.
if that actually is how that works, that's funny to me.
Yeah, but I do, for example, I do want to upgrade it. Okay, yeah, I have to get the same component, like 2230 NVMe thing. But I don't know, for example, how do you say it? I don't know if we get the same, if we get the software, because I want the software on it. Like the Steam software. I mean, I can do fucking plug it somewhere in else and drag it over. Or copy it completely, but still.
Yeah, I think you can just rip everything off that disk and put it on another.
I mean, I could do
Probably.
that anyways, but
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, but
No,
that'd
me.
work.
Okay.
I hope that that's the case. Well, I would say it works, but I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna be the first one to put his feet or make his feet wet on that stuff, because I don't want to fuck up my Steam Deck. I'm just gonna see what other people do and what the Linus Tech Tips and those guys find in their research of you know, which SSDs work and stuff. I'm not going to be the first ones to try that shit. I'm just gonna look at what they have researched and which SSDs work, and then if I want to upgrade, I'll buy those SSDs, port all that shit over to the new SSD, and then put that in my Steam Deck, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but for me it's not really needed because I got an NVMe SSD and I can also buy 1 terabyte micro SD card. So. But I found it funny because you have the second highest, the 551, 100
No,
euros.
I have the 420.
Oh, you have the 420.
I have the 420 because I didn't care, and now I'm kind of regretting it, which means I have to upgrade mine day one. Well, not really, because it works, but
I think
46 gigabytes, or 64, I mean.
Yeah, true, but you can always upgrade it with a micro SD card. So.
Yeah, that's true. That too.
But I find it funny, even though mine is the highest, like 680 bucks, I got the fastest storage, premium anti-clash glass, exclusive carrying case. You got a carrying case too, but I got an exclusive one for some reason.
Yeah.
A powerful bundle.
I don't know what
with keyboards.
exclusive is.
Me neither.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll still have the internship. I can lend cameras whenever I want. We'll definitely make a update video showing you the differences between mine and his on the channel when that shit's shipped. And we both have it in our hands physically to use. So that will be a funny or fun video idea for us. and I'm definitely excited. I'm really excited for that stuff.
Me
It's
too.
gonna make, yeah.
But
I
I'm
mean,
also
I know
gonna
you're
buy a Steam Deck port dock. So
Steam Deck dock. I don't think that that's kind of worth it though. I'm just gonna buy a USB cable, or a Thunderbolt cable that goes into my monitor so I can play.
yeah, I mean I am gonna buy dock. Why? I want those Ethernet speeds. Because you
Yeah.
know the downloading of mine, I could just plug it into my router in the dock
That's
and then
that's another thing. Is there any information about the
ports.
Wi-Fi board in the thing?
I think it's
I don't
just
know.
an Intel AX 220. You know the one that you bought but you don't have the antennas for.
Mm,
I think it's that one.
I don't.
I have the same one in my PC and it has Wi-Fi 6 speeds. So
Oh, Wi-Fi 6 speeds. Does it support 5G?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I don't think that it's necessary to then. Yeah, maybe for you because you really care about insane internet speeds, but 150 megabytes per second download is
Not
fast
too
enough
bad.
for me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, if you do have to download a big library, you can also do that on your PC and just take a USB stick and plug it in and use
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Or you can always come to my house and just use the Wi-Fi or also my dock.
They also said that the entire library wouldn't be supported day one.
No.
That probably has to do with anti-cheat software. I think.
Maybe. Hold on.
Because I know that they're gonna run Linux on like native. So when you get the device, it will have a custom-made client that's Valve has made, which you will then download your games on. Now the problem with that being Linux is that some anti-cheat software hates Linux and will ban you outright for using Proton, which is the compatibility layer that they use to make Windows games work like it's native. Or it could be that they don't want that compatibility layer and they want it supported native first for the best playing experience. I don't know. My guess is the anti-cheat software that they're running, that some games are running that is causing the problem.
Yeah, I think too. But it's indeed Proton, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited. I can't wait to hold it in my hands and play with it. Yeah, and it will be great like in between for my laptop, my desktop. Like, in the train, you don't want to pull out your fucking laptop. Yeah, you do it, and I've done it, but it's not the best fucking way to play in the train.
Yeah, okay, to play in the train, nah, it's not. That's the best.
No.
So.
Or in the car. Like, I've been on long ass road trips. Like with my family, we don't go with planes, we drive. So it's a 2-hour trip in the car. You sit in the car for 2 hours. So it would be very nice in those environments to have a Steam Deck because you're not going to sit with a giant gaming laptop in the car. The risk of it getting damaged from going to corners and stuff like that. Just a cramped space. It's a terrible feeling. Plus, the battery of that thing is a little bit too power hungry, or the laptop is too power hungry for the battery, so it won't last long. It's not a great... like, in those cases, I would love to have a Steam Deck. So I'm already seeing plenty of use cases in my eyes. Also, when you're in school, that's kind of a...
Yeah, but it was also is funny because I want to drive too, and I luckily today passed my theory exam. Now I only need to do a practice exam, driving in the real world exam. That isn't too far yet, and if I get my driver's license, I can drive towards it too. And
Yeah.
you be just next to the car to me with a fucking Steam Deck playing Battlefield 2042.
Yeah. Hold up, let me just close my whatever I'm playing, probably Master Chief Collection or something like that, and give you directions, you little. I see plenty of use cases, but congratulations on your passing your car theory test.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was weird. By the way, I started earlier than you. I was farther in the lessons than you. You got money, and then you started going for your driver's license, and you just completely passed me because I got more busy than you. I was like full planned. I couldn't do shit.
Even though I was in the hospital too for a little while.
This man's lung collapsed and then still passed me, by the way. This guy is this ruthless. Ruthless, I tell you.
Funny because I was not allowed to fly a plane or go, how do you say, go and scuba dive. And my mom said, you're not allowed to fucking carry shit. So I waited a week and was bored. I was like, I'm just gonna take driving lessons again. And I just drove, even though I was still healing. And people said, why the fuck are you driving and doing other stuff? I was like, because I'm healing and I'm bored and the doctor says I can do it, so I'm allowed. So why the fuck do you care?
Yeah. No, exactly that. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah.
I have a question about that. Are you allowed to fly now?
Yeah.
Or are you never? Oh, you are.
yeah, I am. It's only for 5-6 weeks because of the pressure difference, but now I'm allowed to.
Yeah. Because I thought you wouldn't be able to fly ever.
No, only for 6 weeks, actually. But
the scuba diving stuff, you're never allowed to do that anymore.
Not past 100 meters.
Aha.
Not that I'm gonna dive
Never do
more
that,
than 100 meters, but I hate ocean. I'm not scared of it, I just hate it. I hate water.
I'm scared of the ocean.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, just think about it. Like, you know that barely any horror games make me scared.
Yeah.
Subnautica. That was hard for me.
We should play it co-op sometime.
Yeah, there's a mod for it, but we haven't gotten into it. It's a very...
Oh, I've gotten into it with a friend of mine.
Yeah, you've gotten into it, but, I am like a boomer when it comes to that weird modded multiplayer stuff. I'm always like, does it have a virus? Or does it work properly? Or does
I'm
it
a
spill
boomer
my...
with Snapchat, so... Fucking stupid.
I mean, you're like the IT guy that hates social media. You're like the typical IT guy. Like, you're really very good at doing what you do, but you have no fucking clue how some social media platforms work. Some. Yeah. No, but Subnautica was hard for me. I mean, just thinking about it, you're in an environment where you cannot even breathe without
oxygen.
Like special equipment. The sea wants to kill you, the pressure wants to kill you. All of the creatures around you are literally specifically made for that environment, so they're automatically better than you. They can swim faster, they can breathe without having to go up to the surface, at least some. And they can see you way, like they can see you, but you can't see them.
Yeah, I always liked that about the game, but once in one of my first playthrough, I built that sea capsule thingy. I went to the side of the map, like the end side, and I went down. I was like, oh, what's this? Is this a big escape? Suddenly, two of those fucking Reapers / Ghost Leviathans came. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I remember like going to the wrong side of Aurora. So when you get to the other side of the Aurora, it goes really quiet. It's only sand, and you're like, why is it only sand? Why is it so empty? Is it like the map not finished? And then I saw a shadow behind me. I was like, what the fuck? I turn around. The fucking thing is literally in my face. I shit myself. Like, that's That's like 10 times better because it's not a jump scare. It's not a cheap, it built up tension with just like removing sound and giving me a shadow above my head that I saw twice. And then when I finally like thought I located where the shadow was coming from, it was literally about to eat me.
Yeah, but
That's probably the best accidental jump scare I've ever had in the game.
yeah, it's pretty good. But
Yeah.
also, what's funny, if you do sometimes gonna drive in a car and gonna take
Yeah.
road trips, what do you
Mhm.
think of Battlefield 2042? You can it run on a Steam Deck.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna run properly on the Steam Deck. I don't think I had to not. Okay, so my laptop, you know that, right?
Yeah.
New CPU, like a high-ranking CPU, 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz RAM, RTX 3060 6 gigabytes laptop card. I had to knock it down to low to not overheat my system,
Jesus.
and I just got frame dips galore. My brother, another example, highest CPU you can get right now, 64 gigabytes of RAM, faster than mine. RTX 2070 Super. Game crashed constantly, like every 10-20 minutes or so.
What?
Cursor broke, game broke, things didn't work properly, couldn't respond, things like that. I didn't have those issues, but I had issues with the game just pooping out. And I know it wasn't my internet connection, it was just the server collapsing because it was so much shit was going on. So my first impressions with Battlefield 2042 are bad. I'm gonna be honest, they weren't great.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem with it, but because your brother's game kept crashing. What he might be able to do is use DDU and then do a complete reinstall of his NVIDIA drivers. Because
Yeah.
if you keep installing, even though you press clean install, it doesn't fully clean it. And if you use DDU, it also deletes the repository shit. That can cause problems.
But it's weird that both of us had issues.
I didn't.
And we can go to the roots of my graphics card and we can look at the drivers not being correct. But at the end of the day, it was just game devs being lazy, or the I wouldn't say they're lazy. They look at Dice. Dice is cool. I like Dice. But EA as a publisher is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, true, but
So they probably overworked the shit out of those guys. Released the open beta or whatever it was way too early, and it was unpolished as fuck.
I mean, it's still ran better than 2072.
2077. Oh,
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Yeah, no, I think no, it didn't.
For me, it did.
For me, it didn't. I could run Cyberpunk no problem. Oh god, that game is beautiful when you have it on high settings. Holy shit!
It is beautiful, but for me, first day I played it, I had a tons of issues.
Yeah, first day, dude, terrible, absolutely terrible.
Yeah, and with Battlefield 2042, I didn't have that. Luckily, it ran great for me. Which I
Yeah,
found weird.
I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna agree with you that in compared to Cyberpunk 2077 on launch day, which we both played, and this open beta of Battlefield 2042, Battlefield was more stable, and was more enjoyable and worked better. But to use Cyberpunk 2077 as a metric for, oh, this is what the game does, like, this is the lowest of the low. If you're lower than this, your game sucks. I wouldn't say that.
No,
I
but
mean-
still, I meant to comparing it to launch day. Okay, yeah, this game isn't launched yet, but we had a beta and we could get a taste for it. Even though the beta is like 13 gigabytes, 20
Mhm.
gigabytes, it still
16
it looked good.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know how much features are locked behind things or that they straight up ripped, because 16 gigabytes, let's look at it realistically here. We only had 7 guns, 10 and 20, like 12 guns, few vehicles, and one map. That was 16 gigabytes.
Yeah, I still have it downloaded.
Yeah, I do as well.
It's now 19 gigabytes for me.
19, it was 16.84. Probably like it extracted some things when you run it the first time and then it becomes bigger. That's big for only one map, 10 like things and a couple of vehicles. I'd say.
But it did have
I
to
mean-
run 128 players.
How big are CDs and DVDs? Do you remember that?
Some could get up to 20 gigabytes. That's the
Okay, so
latest models, but the new
imagine
ones
that they
around
that
10.
imagine knowing that they squeezed GTA 5 on a CD, like
Oh,
one singular this is CD.
Yeah, wait, on you mean for PS3? Yeah, that's around 20 gigabytes in total.
Yeah, they squeezed it on one CD.
Yeah, and then you
And
have
then you-
PC.
And now you have nowadays people just fucking like make their games so unoptimized. I don't know if it's unoptimization or just people finally like using the storage that we have created over the years, like cheap storage.
Fucking Call of Duty, 150 gigabytes, 200 gigabytes,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, picture shit.
Piece of shit. Yeah, both me and Leandro think that that's a little too far.
I mean, even though I got a good system, I got a lot of memory, I'm not gonna spend 200 gigs on a game, even though Ark, Survival, I have all the DLC, is also 300 gigabytes. But still, no.
Yeah, honestly, I think we should have like a limit of how big it. Nah,
Not really, it's just more
not really. It's just
optimized,
annoying.
please.
It's just annoying. Can you just
Optimize
think
it,
about the
yeah.
consumer? I mean, there's some people that still have like 15 megabits per second. Oh, I feel so bad for that. I was one of those people.
What,
was
15 megabits per second? Oh,
Megabyte.
yeah, that was even more than what I had with my old network. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a shit network?
Well, I'm gonna check that on. Oh, we have a few more minutes to talk about the last thing. We already went 30 minutes over.
Yeah,
That
we
was my
already
fault.
went to future relationship, interview, maybe Steam Deck, laptop.
Yeah.
What do you
I mean, fuck it. Let's talk about what we're doing now. So you might have seen the newest video, the Arma 3 MKW teaser. So recently we got reintroduced with an old acquaintance that we used to play GTA with. We literally met by killing each other, and then someone else killed him, and then we got pissed that our little play buddy got murdered by not us but someone else, and then we helped him kill the guy who killed him 1,000 times until he left, and then we just chilled after, and then we gave him some questionable things for GTA 5, which eventually got him banned. And then we didn't talk for a very long time, and then he introduced us back into a group, and then we were like, hey, we can help you set up things. And that's where we're at now. We're setting up servers for him, mod packs, promotional content, just because we like doing that stuff. We don't have anything to do in our free time, so why not do something productive and more fun?
Hey, I mean, it was that or buy Pornhub Premium, so
Yeah.
less expensive.
Yeah, that's. I think this is more respectable. So,
Well,
I mean, I have a girlfriend. Wink, wink.
so
So still can watch Pornhub, bro.
hello.
So yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing, and I think we're gonna continue doing that. Maybe even expand to 5M if the Arma 3 thing gets a little boring. So we have plenty of content with plenty of interesting people to come in the future. So stay tuned for that. I think this is the end of the podcast. So yeah, what do you want to say?
I don't know. Fuck you guys, and see you guys later.
you guys later. Stay tuned for the next podcast, which will probably be with the guy who organizes all of this and the guy who basically the guy that we met in GTA, which I hope flows a little bit better than me and Leandro, because like I said, he's a background character pulled to the spotlight, so that doesn't work very well sometimes.
Yeah, even though I don't like the spotlight, I'm getting pulled into it. Fuck.
Yeah, so maybe he will be the other podcast host, and you will just like add things sometimes if that's what you want.
Yeah, we shall see.
We'll just see. Anyway, stay tuned for that. And this has been EXC Media. Peace out.
Later.